Very special moment here for us on Lucky Live TV as I sit backstage at the 10th anniversary for Carl Cox's Revolution with none other than Nick Warren.
It's nice to see you. Yeah, it's great to be here, of course. A privilege.
It is indeed, isn't it? Now, this isn't your first time to be playing for the Revolution. You played back in the early days, didn't you?
It was back in the early days. It was so far back, I can't remember which year it was. But no, Carl and I have been mates for a long, long time. We first met in Bristol when he came down to play in the late 80s. And we've been good mates ever since.
Yeah, cool. And how's that relationship grown over the years?
It was great. Carl was one of the first DJs in the scene to start a DJ agency back in the day, and I was a little fledgling DJ from Bristol, straight out of my nappies, and he was like, come and join my agency. So he was a big help to my career, and I've always been very grateful to him.
Fantastic.
And he's a great DJ, and he's always stuck to his guns. What I love about Carl is he's never wavered from his pure passion for music.
Yeah.
And that smile, one day the moon will look like that smile. All the gaps and all.
And so, let's say, obviously working with Carl Cox over the years, you've seen the Revolution go from strength to strength, although you haven't been at every one of them.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Every year I come, I've come to Ibiza every year since late 80s, and I always come on the Tuesdays to Space.
Yeah, got it.
For me, it's the best night on the island. Cool. You know, because you see an awful lot of Spanish people here as well as other tourists. Yeah. And Carl's passion shines through. His choice of guests is always quite eclectic as well. Yeah. He'll get some drum and bass in here with Ronnie Size, all those guys, Norman Kirk even, and a few other sort of left field guys will come in. So yeah, no, I love Carl, and it's always a great night.
Yeah, it is. It's, by the looks of tonight, it's obviously absolutely rocking.
Yeah, it's steaming in there. It's quite nice to come backstage into the office, into Pippi's office here, and have a little chill moment, because soon we've got to go back out there in the sweat pit.
Go for the madness.
Yeah,
go get those people jumping off their feet. Eh? And tell us, obviously, what are we going to expect to hear from you tonight? I'm sure you haven't planned your set out from...
I don't plan it, really. There's loads of amazing music at the moment. Some very exciting stuff by Pig and Dan and Dosum and all those guys that are making that stuff that's on the edge of cool and proggy as well. Although it's a dirty word these days. But no, there's loads of good music. It's exciting times. My Balance album that came out last month, so I'm touring it non-stop at the moment. Yeah. So it's lovely to spend a week in Ibiza, have a bit of time off.
Yeah, like we were just saying earlier, I mean, everyone else normally is flying in and out, literally arriving half an hour before the gig, leaving half an hour afterwards. You guys have actually chosen to do a week here.
Yeah, of course, I always do. Petra and I always tend to come for a week here and sort of spend a few days chilling out as well as working. So cool. It's important. It's not often I get to see other DJs are playing, because I'm touring all the time. All my mates are doing the same thing, and we never see each other all year. Yeah, of course. So this is my 1 week to bump into the boys and spend some time.
Cool. Well, we won't keep you backstage too long, because I'm sure you want to go and mingle and hang out, have a bit of a drink and a party.
Great.
But you did just mention the album that you just brought out in May. I saw that really exciting concept of what you did. I mean, you've got a deep love for Buenos Aires and Argentina.
Of course.
Tell us about the concept that you came up with the video. I love that.
Well, that was for the single Buenos Aires. It's always been a special place for me. It's the best club outside of space in the world. Be very careful there. Yeah, I love Buenos Aires. The crowd there are amazing. The club of Pasha is amazing, and I've always wanted to make a single about that city, and I did it. And then we got some guys in Argentina to send in their clips of what they felt was special about the city, and a good friend of mine, Tim Davison, to put a video together with some club footage, and he's got his phone on.
Oh, trouble.
And he works for you as well. And yeah, it worked out really well.
Cool.
Really pleased with it.
Came out really awesome.
Great.
So nice of you to do a tribute to the city you love. So
cool.
Nick, we are on Lucky Live TV, so I do always ask people two very special questions. Nick, what's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Listening to my father's record collection when I was very young.
Awesome. Cool. And what was that?
It was rubbish, apart from one or two great early electronic albums by Jean-Michel Jarre, and that's what really turned me onto it.
And so it started, kind of got the ball rolling for you and everything, yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
And lastly, you've been coming to Ibiza for quite some time now. What has got to be your #1 favorite thing about the island?
It's arriving here.
True.
Sometimes when you leave here, you're really, really pleased to be leaving. But then that feeling when you fly in over those salt flats and you land and the sun is just shining, I don't think that thing's anything better, really.
Yeah, not at all.
And the very dodgy sangria you get to drink.
Nothing dodgy about it. We love every step of it. All good. Well, anything else you want to say out there to the lucky viewers out in the world?
That's it. Just enjoy yourself. Make sure that you come down to the Revolution at Space, Ibiza sometimes, because if you don't get to experience it, then you're missing something very special.
Exactly. Can't go to, down without that. No, not at all.
Going to England and not eating fish and chips.
It's just a dumb thing. You got to do it. Awesome, guys. Well, that's myself here, Mike Perry on Lucky Love TV at the Revolution with Carl Cox and the legend himself, Nick Warren.
Thanks very much.
See you guys. Bye.